Good morning, gentlemen. This is the morning head count.
I know you're skilled. I know you probably heard the safety brief and that.
Good morning, beloved. Day 2 at the FOB with Grindstone Ministries. It's just really impressive to see how many people have donated materials and time. It is just incredible. I thought I'd give you a quick walkthrough of some of the stuff. It's very interesting right before we head out. I think half the water of the country is sitting here. Generators all going out, being delivered to the folks that are, some of the folks that we saw yesterday are going to be without power for half a year. Bug spray, diapers for kids, cleanup tools. That's something that we never had to deal with fire, but just so much need for getting people's houses back in order. This is for dealing with mold. That's a huge problem here. Lanterns, tents.
So this is something that got started last week.
Propane, fuel. Isn't it something? Coolers. Just pallets, clothing, cold winter clothing. That's something that's really important. It's getting cold. It's getting down in, it's supposed to be down into the 30s. Just the practical side of life, you know, you really see it here. Crowbars, flashlights, bungee cords, ropes, temporary heaters. If you don't have a wood stove and your power is going to be out for half a year, awnings, rope, cordage, grills, charcoal, you know, all these things, paper plates, sleeping bags. Just amazing. As I said yesterday, all this heavy equipment is all guys come and bring it on their own time. And Grindstone's got a pretty nice, really nice fuel station set up here so they can fuel up before they go out. Propane tanks. It just seems to be growing every day. And bless the logistics people. A lot of members from the church as well as Grindstone volunteers have to sort all of the clothing and all of the supplies that are coming in locally. And they basically are setting up a shop here in a food pantry where folks can come in and get food, baby formula. This is, I think maybe sometimes the unappreciated heroes over here. You know, it's cool to go out with the SAW teams and do all these ops in the field, but there's a lot of hard work and labor that goes into categorizing and organize all of this. I mean, this is not the government here, gentlemen. This has all been given by the people. How about pet food? It's important to take care of our animals. You know, you can't overlook that as well. Animals are like family members, but this is really something to see. Oops. And a tremendous job dealing with it. Yesterday was the first day that we really leaned on the new digital radios that Evan hooked us up with. These things have been really good. Very, very tough. I dropped it many times. Worked with it on the SAW team yesterday. Mr. Brian is hooking us up here with
Mag mount on the top.
The mag mount up there. Mopar's got a steel cab, which is nice. I can't use that on my truck because it's aluminum. But we were having a little bit of trouble because our convoy was so big. We were so stretched out. So that should help us to stay in touch a little bit better than the smaller antennas. Welcome back, everyone. It's day 2, and we have I guess the task that we've been given is we've got a local guy here that's whole road washed out. We've got a skid steer down below working on that. Our SAW team is up on top here, and we're going to be cutting all this timber that's fallen on the fence. He's unable to repair his fence, and his cows are all getting out. So we're going to walk that whole fence line and get that all freed up so he can come in behind us and get the fences hooked up. Also, we don't have any internet up here, so I brought my Starlink. So we're going to hook that up here first to get that going so everyone can have access to that, and then we'll get our saws kitted up. I just got this thing. I used it at home a couple days, but it's really amazing. You just have to find north with your compass, which is behind me, and a power source. Unlike the big ones, this one has the router built in, so you don't need anything other than this. TJ loaned me his personal saw. This is the first time I've ever got to use a 500 fuel injected saw, and this thing's all modded out with a bark box. Look at the size of the dogs on those. I'll let you know how it goes. So we're going to start, we're anchoring right here. This looks like it's the livestock shed. All these trees were blown down here and knocked the fence down, and you can't rent the channel. So Brian and I will work on this fence line here, see if we can get everything off the fence. He said he'll fix the fence. He just needs help in getting it off there. So we'll jump in there and do that. Unfortunately, it's full of poison oak and poison ivy as well. So we'll have to try to keep an eye on that, because that's something I do not want to get a hold of. Well, I buried that 500 like I did that 66, and it doesn't quite have the horsepower of that one, but I keep forgetting that this stuff is hardwood. It's so heavy and so dense. Like normally a piece of fir like this you could move, but it's going to take two of us to roll this off that fence. I'll tell you, East Coast man's maple is no joke. That's some hard wood. We're gonna break for lunch and grab, put new chains on. I got into some steel. There's two fences that run along here. We're finding that one's down and kind of tangled up in the wood, so makes it kind of tricky. Is it Samson? Yeah. Philistines with the jaw of an ass. Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't know that until I started using these saws. How many? I'll still carry those around. How many of those you left in the woods?
So every time I change the bar, it seems like.
So you're running is that the 462?
462 with, if I'm not mistaken, a 32. But it's funny, it feels smaller than my 28 at home.
What do you think of that?
Oh, this is a 25. I take it back.
What do you think of that saw?
I like it. You know, yes, I like it. I like mine better.
You do?
Yes. You know,
Full wrap handle, right?
And it's your saw. You know, you get a relationship with it.
It's true. This 500 this is the best saw I've ever used. It is crisp. It is super light, super powerful. It is, I mean, it's easy to start. It's awesome. This has that 28-inch bar on here is about perfect, but there was some metal underneath that tree and I destroyed that chain, and we don't have any more 28s, but we have 32s. So I'm going to put this bar on and then just slap a new chain on and we'll be back in business. And then you're running the what, 25?
25.
Do we have 25s?
We do.
Oh, nice. We had 25s and 32s.
You know what they say, if your name's on it.